Forever. Dog.
Okay, it's my turn. Wait, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay, Mac, your turn.
Okay,
Please.
sometimes...
It was really just me and Alayna.
Wait, can I go though? Like,
No,
am
Mac,
I
you
not
can
allowed to
have a
have an
turn.
insecurity? Okay, sometimes
No, Mac, you're
on
perfect.
this podcast, I feel...
Are you serious? Why would you feel that? Oh, the death of humanity. The death
That's
of
a good start.
humanity.
You're talking. What are you talking about? Microplastics?
Yeah.
Tea bags?
We
Jen
should
and
all
I-
be talking
water
about
bottles?
microplastics.
Because
Alayna.
I'm out of beans at my apartment, so we went to Dunkin' Donuts and stuck this massive mason jar in their faces, and we're like, "Fill, please," and they did, which was really nice. I don't think this is a large. I think this is an extra large, but they charge us for large.
Yeah, that's a massive amount of coffee.
What is that, like 20 ounces?
We're sharing. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I could have told you. Hold on.
For those who are just listening, Ashley has like a flower vase sized jar.
It's like
in
bigger than her
hand.
head.
It is. It's bigger than her head. It's filled to the brim almost.
It was filled
with
to the brim.
Coffee and ice.
It was
seriously?
It was probably like 3 3/4 cups, 4 cups. Oh wait, no,
750 mil?
I'm counting backwards. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to figure this out later. Baking is so hard.
You don't want to do it
How
now
do people
on
do
pod?
it? No.
Welcome everybody. Oh hey, let's do this right now. Hi everybody, welcome to the Chosen Family Podcast.
Woo!
Eh?
Wow, sub 2 minutes. That's not
Thank
a
you.
record, but it's pretty
Are
good.
you gonna keep going, you dumb bitch?
Yeah, are you gonna finish?
I was wondering if like someone else was gonna take over, if someone else wanted to like
Dude,
participate.
the person who starts it also is supposed to start the introductions. That's just always
Yeah,
the
I
pattern that
think it would
we've
be
done.
weird for me to. I think it'd be a little misogynistic for me to jump in.
Yeah, you want Ashley to just start talking over you?
Yeah.
She would never do something
You're
like
right.
that.
It's my internalized misogyny is showing. Hello everybody. My name's Alayna Joy. I'm your mom.
I'm
Now
Ashley
it's
Gavin,
time.
and
Now-
I am your daddy.
Now we'd like you to participate. Oh, and now she has a smoothie.
What the?
How many beverages?
I always have 2 beverages in the
liquids are
morning.
you consuming?
This is my double protein prebiotic fiber smoothie.
That sounds
55,
horrible.
Microplastics.
55 grams of protein.
What the fuck? Bro, send me the recipe. Holy shit.
How many grams of microplastics?
I don't know, and I don't. Oh, this is
Okay, seriously,
compostable. This is
Alayna.
plants.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, take that.
And
You're trying to be a
it's
Debbie
plants.
Downer.
Look
Not
at
Look at
today.
the metal straw, bitch. I wait till I get home to put the straw
I
in.
saw the metal straw. I did.
I'm Mac and
And
Jimmy. I'm your hot teenage
we're
brother.
your chosen family.
You guys just
oh yeah.
not
Oh
want me
sorry,
to
Mac.
say
anything.
Mac is baby. I totally did.
There's a new
serious?
muscle daddy in town, Max.
Sorry.
You're not hot
Yeah, exactly.
anymore.
Is this because I'm not verified?
Sorry.
Why are you worried about that? No one cares about that.
I'm not worried about it. I just realized the other day I'm the only one out of all of us that's not verified.
On TikTok and
On
Instagram,
TikTok
or
and
one or the other?
Instagram.
Both. You're not verified on TikTok?
Okay, well, I guess
yeah,
I'm just
TikTok is
not-
hard to get
I'm
verified
not
on.
cool enough, and maybe you guys like are a little embarrassed that
I
only
got
2/3 of
verified.
us
No,
are
listen.
I got
verified.
verified au natural on TikTok. They just gave it to me.
Oh,
I'm only
wow.
verified on
See,
YouTube.
I don't think I'm verified on TikTok. On Instagram, the only reason that I am verified is because I got lucky and I was at VidCon in like the OG days, and Facebook, when it was like when Facebook was just buying Instagram or like just taking over, there was a Facebook booth at the like creator lounge at VidCon. And it just happened to be the year that I was I was a featured creator. And so all of the featured creators got access to this lounge where you could put your name down for verification.
So nice.
Like
I
that's
miss
the
when it was
only
that
reason. It's
simple.
because I got lucky.
You guys, I love you so much.
timing was
this,
right.
Is this fun for the people?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
absolutely
you know
not.
what? I think it is.
I do think it's kind of funny.
I think it's kind of
it's kind of a
funny.
funny story that like that's the only reason.
Do you guys think I'm bringing down the group like value? Because
Oh
I'm
my
not?
God, you're so stupid.
Mac.
Do you guys think
Absolutely
that
not.
I don't know. It's just like
Absolutely
when you
not.
put all of our profiles next to each other, it's like you guys have the check mark. You look so official. And then it's just like me, and I'm just
No
like
one cares.
the idiot.
You can buy them.
Nobody cares about the
Just
check
buy
mark.
it. It's like
Nobody
$10
cares
on
about the check
Instagram.
mark.
I can't buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, can I
Look at
I
the
think that
engagement
might be
give you
the
my
only way you
content. How about
can
that?
anymore.
Can I give you my idea if I was running the social medias?
Please.
If I was
We need
running
to
the
hear it.
social medias, I would give verification.
Also, is that Continue.
If I
Matt,
was
please
running the
continue.
social medias, I would give a verified check mark to anyone who had people impersonating them to make money off of other people. Like if somebody is making profiles based on this person's profile and trying to make money by scamming other people, then they should be verified.
Didn't that used to be on X when X was Twitter? That used to be the metric, that one of the metrics that they used.
I don't know. I've never been like on that really.
Yeah. I think I was verified on Twitter, and that's why.
Okay, I get it. You guys are verified on
Anyway,
everything that
okay,
you join
anyway.
ever, okay?
How's
I get
everybody
it.
how's everybody doing? How are you guys? How's your
I'm okay. I'm just not as
Tuesday?
famous as you guys.
Why after like 4 years are you now caring
Yeah,
about
exactly.
this?
Like, where is this even coming from?
I just realized it the other day because I was on the Chosen Family account and I was like, I wonder if the Chosen Family account could get verified. And then I was like, wait, I'm not fucking verified.
Because it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't
It
matter.
really doesn't matter because it was made totally valueless when people were able to buy them, and now they have no value. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think
That's
there's
a really good point.
I think there's nothing more ick than someone with like 4,000 followers who bought the check mark. Sorry if
pretty
that's
bad.
you.
That's pretty bad. Unless it's like a small business.
Mm,
No. If it's a small business, they should have
okay,
it.
maybe.
They can pay for it.
But,
because then
like-
they get
Yeah,
access.
can't hate
you
on a
also,
small business.
You also get access to like Instagram reps and stuff that can help you with.
They
different
can't help
things.
you with anything. They're full of shit. They're liars. They steal your data.
The TikTok reps can help. If you get a TikTok rep, you are
I do
really
have a
lucky.
TikTok rep now,
I do too.
and
it-
he actually has been really
Really?
helpful.
yeah, he has like brought back my friends' accounts
Oh.
after they've been like completely banned.
Wait,
and,
do you have
like,
Simon?
No, I don't remember.
He's gay.
I've had two different people, and then they passed me on to a
Simon's
third.
gay. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha
Wow,
ha.
Ashley, outing somebody on a
Yeah,
public
that's
platform.
crazy. Okay, yeah, we don't have to
That's-
talk about
ugh.
this anymore. Can I tell you guys my
Nobody
goal for
clip
this
that.
episode?
Sure.
Please.
Okay, I'm not going to use.
Other than running for president of the
the
social
fuck?
medias.
Okay, I'm not going to use any Gen Z slang.
Oh,
What
I don't
would be Gen
like
Z
think
slang?
of you as a Gen Z slang. Oh my god, you want to know something
like-
funny?
Please, we've been talking about being verified on social media for 8 minutes.
I had Izzy and Emma, Turtle with Hat, on my other podcast, and they were delightful, and I loved having them. Shout out to
Yeah.
them. They are awesome. They do, I guess, what's called Gen Z chatter, which I'm like, I just want to say I'm fine with. Like, sometimes I'm fine
Gen
with
Z
it.
chatter.
The way they did it, I thought it was really cute and very endearing.
What is it?
So it's like when you just use words and phrases that allude to larger clips or media that's like online, and you know what each other are talking about. So you can literally communicate through like one word or one snippet, and the other one knows what you're talking about. It's like a meta conversation.
Okay.
It's like a collage. It's a collage of
Right.
references. Does that kind of...
But it's more than slang. It's like a full slang conversation.
Yes.
Like
Almost
slang
like a
is like
different
one
language.
word thrown in.
Yeah.
This is like a full conversation built out of. Okay. Can you give an example? I'm having trouble like picturing
cannot.
what this would sound
I
like.
literally cannot because I am not fluent in this dialect.
Well,
Right. Okay.
I'm not totally sure if I know exactly what Ashley's talking about. If it's just like Gen Z slang, though, I could see like Sigma.
No, it's not
Alpha,
like that.
beta.
Like
They'll
skibbity.
pull, no, they'll
Skibbity,
pull,
skibbity.
Skibbity's
right?
good. Skibbity's good, Alayna.
they'll pull like one
you.
phrase
Thank
out of
you.
a video, and it's referencing the entire, like the vibe of the entire video to describe.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm following.
So-
Yep.
And I was like, damn, you guys really do this? And someone in the comments was like, it's totally normal to talk in Gen Z chatter. And I was like, no, it is not totally normal. I will say it might be normal for your generation, but it is a new phenomenon. It has not existed in the past. Like, do not come for me because this is the only way you communicate with people. I am putting thoughts and feelings together in a coherent way. I'm just rambling like an old man. I know I'm rambling like an old man.
Well, I'm like dad rant.
I
We
don't
haven't had,
care
like,
that
a
I'm
dad
rambling like an
rant
old
in a
man.
while.
I think there is something to be said for being able to express yourself organically from yourself rather than referencing a video to tell people how you feel. And it took us 8 minutes to get here, but here we are.
Yeah, Mac, what was your goal? You came in saying you had a goal.
Well,
for
my
the
goal
episode.
was to not speak in
We
Gen
love a
Z
goal.
slang. Like, I need to stop saying what
I
the
don't
flip.
really think of you
I
as
need to
that.
stop
Like,
saying what the heck.
When do you say that? Well, what the heck? That's not.
Okay,
Did you say what the heck is Gen Z?
I
what is
slang?
that from?
this is really bad. I'll say LOL. Because one of my girlfriend's close friends
That's
says
millennial
LOL.
slang.
Yeah, that's millennial. That doesn't seem that weird.
Wait, do I
We used to
speak in
say that all the
millennial?
time.
What the heck? Are you serious?
No, that's just like that's what we used to. That was like slang for us too.
What is what the heck? Why is that a bad one?
Yeah, why is what the
What
heck?
the heck is like,
that
what the
seems
heck?
Normal.
Who is that?
Right.
It's like dorky to say what the heck. But then I started saying it. It's the Izzy and Emma effect. I started saying it ironically, but then it became a part
Yeah.
of my vocabulary. I walk around,
Yeah,
what the
right.
heck? And when I'm around new people, you don't want to what the heck around new people, around people that you've just met.
Why?
You don't want to what the heck. You don't want to oh crud.
It comes across as like on purpose, like it's funny.
Does it?
yeah,
You
yeah. It
think?
seems funny.
You don't
I was
strike me
worried
that
that
way.
it sounds
Because you
too
don't-
genuine.
you don't overdo
if you
it.
struck me as one of those people, we would not have this podcast together.
Okay, that's so true. Yeah, that's
I
actually really
wouldn't
comforting.
be able to stand you. Like
Yeah, you couldn't have that and the no verification on my profile. That's so real. 2 strikes.
Well, I'm like you can't stand me half the time, and we still do the show. So-
Me? Are we having a fight?
Guys, stop fighting. What the heck?
I wouldn't say I can't stand you. I would say you drive me crazy. And I
You
think
guys-
that's like a totally
Oh.
different thing.
Okay,
Driving
okay.
me crazy
I like the
is not
distinction.
like a inherently negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys realize that you are like almost polar opposites in people?
Yeah.
Like, I would say you share a lot of similar values, but as
Yeah.
far as your
Yeah.
traits and the way that you both are,
Yeah,
you guys are very different from each other.
that's true.
So,
That's
Alayna,
true.
it would make sense that Ashley also drives you a little bit crazy because
Yeah,
you
I was
guys
gonna
are
say,
so
Alayna,
different.
I don't think this is mutually exclusive. I feel that you feel exactly the same about me. Like if you,
You're like, this isn't a one-way
if you
street.
were,
No, because
because if you were to ask me offline, I'd be like, oh, there are parts of that Alayna hates about me. Absolutely. Like doing but not me, like doing a podcast with me.
no, because maybe drives me crazy. Maybe that's good language for it. Because it feels like a kind of fun
Yeah,
thing,
like it's
though.
not
like it
inherent.
doesn't
There
feel like
are
a negative
there
thing.
are really fun parts about it, which is why it makes the podcast.
Yeah.
It's fun to. You don't have to agree on everything to be friends, and like also like just because something gets under your skin doesn't mean it is bad. It drives me crazy. Like it's like a thing that like for whatever reason it gets under my skin when you try to protect your absolutely unhinged fan base from reality. Like that drives me crazy. But is it an inherently bad thing that you're doing that? Yes, it is.
I think it's the same as when I'm like, should I take medicine for my fever? And Ashley's like, yes, you should fucking take medicine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know that, like I know that I do things that you find abhorrent.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Abhorrent would be a strong
You're
word.
just okay, but this is classic
Quick
you.
there.
This is classic you. I don't
Yeah.
think that you'll say a mean or negative thing to me. I really don't think you would, because you're like the sweetest, nicest person on the planet. I don't even think you can recognize that evil within you.
You're saying this to
maybe
the girl
that's the
who was
problem.
talking shit on
Maybe
her
that's the
13-year-old self, Ashley.
No, doing it to yourself is a totally different thing.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the things that drive me crazy about you are the things that I didn't like about me.
Whoa.
Or my 13-year-old self.
Oh. Wait, what's wrong with me?
Damn.
Wait, when you were 13,
No, I don't
are you
know.
comparing
I
me
don't
to...
know. No, I don't know that that's true. Listen, I'm just trying to tie it
Hold
all
on a
together.
second
I
now.
don't know
Remind
that
me a
that's
lot
true.
of my younger self, you know?
Oh. Wait, is it the part that
that's
when I
not-
kiss boys? Because I don't really do that.
Yeah, that was the main thing. Drives me crazy when you're kissing all those boys, Ashley. I really think we should talk about it offline. Okay, does anybody have an update? Something they'd like
I have
to
a
share?
question update.
Okay.
Okay, I'm graduating in May, and I'm trying to decide if I
Whoa.
should go home for my ceremony or if I don't really care that much.
Right.
Because me as a person, I don't really think I care that much. I'm kind of just like, on to the next thing. But lately, I'm trying to slow down and savor life. So my girlfriend's like,
You
you
just
should
are
go
on
home.
a fast track in every way, Mac. You are just fucking... You're doing this. You're doing that. You're jet setting. You're
Scoring
everywhere.
touchdowns. I'm graduating college. I'm going pro. You know, like I'm doing all this different stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I just need to slow down and smell the
Stardew Valley.
roses.
Just
Stardew Valley.
You're living life
I'm
in the
the
fast
skull
lane.
cavern. If you know, you know. Okay, it's crazy. But I don't know if I should go home for it and actually walk in the ceremony. First of all, you guys know how I feel about being in front of large crowds of people, even if I just have to walk across the stage. Second of all,
Here.
my university also just like rolled back DEI, like all DEI programs at the university.
I
So
think
I'm
they
just kinda
probably
like,
had to. Is it state funded?
38% of it's state funded, but everybody's still
Does that
pissed.
include the DEI part?
I don't know. But
Here's what I would say. It's because it sounds like you don't really want to go back, and the ceremony itself doesn't sound appealing to you, but what sounds appealing is savoring and celebrating your accomplishment. So is there another way that you could savor and like could you have your own sort
I
of
could get the
celebration?
hat and I could go to the beach with my hat. I would love to do that.
There, if that sounds great to you, if that's
Like,
savoring experience,
This feels
for
like
Mac.
that push and pull between the kids that are seniors and they want to go to or they don't want to go to prom, but everybody's like, you have to go to prom. It's the pivotal moment of your existence. Everybody needs to go to prom. But like, what if you just don't want to go to prom? But then are you going to look back and regret that you didn't go to prom?
Now, see, I thought I wasn't a prom kid, and I kind of did a mix. This is what I was sort of the halfway point between what Alayna and like a normal graduation would say, I think. But like, I did prom very much my own way. Like,
Okay,
it was
period.
very, very fun. And I'm so glad that I
tell
did
us
it. I had a
more.
great prom night. So, me and all my like female friend group all went with our one closeted gay male friend. We had like 6 women on his arm, and we just all went as friends. And now we're like almost all of us are lesbians now, which is so funny. And he's gay. I'm not a drinker, so after that, I went to my other friend group's like party. They were like all in couples, but they were all my friends. And they stayed at a hotel, but I knew they wouldn't be like heavily drinking. So I went over there and like, it was just like a slumber party with my friends. So rather than doing like the party bus with the majority of the grade and like trying to find a date and all that, I like kind of did it my way, and it was really, really fun.
That does sound really fun.
I do think like there
I think
is
that's the key.
something to like being able to have your family there and like
Yeah, my mom like wants
and
to
your
see
girlfriend and you could just like do the ceremony and then have like a really nice big family dinner after. But you should definitely celebrate yourself for sure, like Alayna was saying.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking about my undergrad graduation. I went to it. It was kind of the thing that the reason I'm glad I went is just because I have a picture of me like in the gown with the hat and like with my degree. and I think I'm with my supervisor and maybe one with my parents. And like, I like having those pictures to kind of commemorate that moment. But like the actual ceremony, I would have been just as happy getting a gown and a hat and taking that picture in my bedroom. You know, like the ceremony itself to me doesn't
I guess when I graduated,
matter.
and I'm not like a big traditions person, it was like my like super small liberal arts. Like I knew everybody, and even though
I
different.
didn't have that the like community friendship aspect.
And I graduated magna, and you don't know at where I went to school, you weren't allowed to talk about grades with people. It was like a part of the culture. Like you didn't, to keep people from being competitive. Doesn't work, by the way.
Interesting.
But maybe it does. I don't know if that's fair,
Why
Alayna. But it needs a little more. But everyone got to find out that I graduated magna cum laude, so that was pretty fucking
Okay, that
sick.
probably felt good.
That felt really good.
Right, so you weren't bragging rights. Bragging rights.
Everyone was like coming up to me and being like, "Oh my god, honors computer science magna cum laude. That's so wow. Look at you."
The light passive aggressive. Great job. I had no idea you were doing that well.
My goal was to graduate SUMA, but they only give it to like 10 kids, so it's not like above a certain level. It's like the top 10 kids, so it's like way more competitive, and
That's higher than Magna?
SUMA's the
Magna?
highest.
Magna?
And I think it's like driven a lot by what courses you choose to take. Like,
Oh, because it's just the top,
it's just the top 10.
So you could gamify it if you wanted
I don't know why you would want to do that. It seems insane, but
Some people are insane. That sounds like, honestly, sorry, an Alayna move. I could see her going something like that.
I'm still playing the Wordle.
And you'd eat it up.
are
bro,
you
every
really?
day.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, Alayna, we spent like an entire episode helping you get rid of the Wordle.
I'm telling you, at the end when I was saying, what do I do? And you were saying, just don't do it. I was like, that's really not that simple.
Play a different game.
I am. I started playing Strands now too.
Oh
Alayna,
my
I
god,
feel
we didn't
Strands is
mean
fun.
add a new game on. We meant replace.
I feel like I hurt you. Are you okay? I'm getting like a sad energy.
No, okay. No, not at all. I was just thinking about my own prom. And
We took her to a dark place. We had no
no,
idea.
truly, it wasn't. I was thinking about my own prom, and I was trying to decide
I'm
if
glad
I
I
wanted
like
to.
picked up on that like through the screen though.
You really
Actually,
did,
you're,
yeah.
like,
You really
so
did, because I was
I'm like amazing.
I was really thinking about it and trying to go like, do I
Wait,
want to?
Alayna, shut up. I want to talk more about how
tell
I
the story.
intuited that through the screen.
Okay, please. What was that like
I'm
for
like
you?
such
How
an
did you do
empath.
it?
It was
What did
hard
it feel
feeling
like?
your negative energy from far away in my heart. It was a lot for me to carry.
Okay, and how are you feeling now?
Still bad.
Oh,
Okay,
what
I
can
guess
we
tell
do?
us about
What do
prom.
you need?
Yeah, what was your prom?
Oh my God, what happened?
So
Well, you were obviously
Well, no,
with
nothing-
your
it's
former man, Houston, Austin,
Houston.
San Antonio. What's his name? Rio Grande.
Houston is so good. Oh
Oh, Ashley, oh my god.
my god. Oh my god, my ex-boyfriend Houston.
Mac, I've never noticed this about you because I'm so not attracted to you at all. And I think the idea that would be disgusting. But your nose crinkling when you laugh is really adorable.
My girlfriend says the same thing. She says she loves my
You-
big
yes.
snores.
You are adorable. Okay, hold on.
My girlfriend has a thing for big noses. Does your girlfriend have a thing for big noses?
Maybe a little
You
bit.
don't. I don't think your nose is big though. Can you turn this side, please?
I think I have an above, like a lightly above average, but I think
No.
mine is just a little bit wide.
No, I wouldn't describe you as schnoz.
Okay, well, I'm
As a
schnoz
New
to her.
Yorker, I would not describe you as schnoz.
Okay, that's the final call right
Speaking
there.
in Yiddish right now, I would not call your nose a schnoz.
What about you, Alayna, with your little button nose?
Alayna does not have a schnoz. Turn.
Yeah, no.
No.
Turn.
She's turning for
Oh,
the
this way?
camera. Oh my god, you're
No,
just cute.
no
'cause it's
schnoz.
like a little boop. I want to boop that. I want to boop that nose. Okay, guys, we're doing bad right now. And if I call it out, it's
Alayna,
really
tell
bad.
us about your prom.
Well, there's not much to, I don't know. Basically, this was still in the days. This was pre-recognizing anything about my sexuality. We had prom. It was fun. Then after prom, they released all of these photos
Who's they?
of
school.
prom.
Oh,
the
okay.
school. And we didn't know, nobody knew that they were taking aerial photos.
Okay, can I just say that's a little creepy, actually?
I fucking love that.
They had all of these like from the top down bird's eye view photos of the dance floor of like everybody on the dance floor.
Okay. The aerial photos thing is weird to me. I think it's because it's aerial. Like if there's a photographer going around,
I don't even know
that's
how
different.
I don't even know where they were. Like
I
I
installed
can
the
remember
technology
the
as part of a
pictures.
college internship that I was doing. But maybe worrying that some of your internal feelings that you thought were yours and yours alone, and maybe in the darkness of the prom night, like would come out reflected in some of those photos. That type of gay panic where you're like, you see what it looks like from the outside and you're like, do people know?
Yes.
Do people know what I know
Yes.
inside?
Well, and
Damn.
yes, exactly.
Wow.
When I went to prom, well, first of all, I have not talked about it much on this podcast, but when I was in 8th grade, I fell in love with a girl who's new to my school in 7th grade. And
age gap.
I felt no. She was in my class, but she was new to the school in 7th grade. She came in the 7th grade. And but Gen Z would absolutely be like, that's wildly inappropriate.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
But I fell in love with her on the last day of 7th grade.
Bro,
and-
you are such a lesbian.
Wait, because what happened? Paint us a picture.
I've talked
What
about
does
this
that mean?
like
I fell in love with her
detail
on
on my other podcast. There are like 11 episodes.
But you're not on your other podcast.
Whoa.
You're on this podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
You can tell it again.
Okay.
You can
Oh
tell
my
it
God,
again.
Alayna, did that
'Cause
drive you crazy?
Maybe this is a different audience. Maybe not everybody who listens to the other podcast listens to this one.
I'm just trying to direct some traffic over. Just doing a little self-promo, Alayna.
Yeah, do you do the same thing on that podcast? Do you talk about on that
Sometimes.
podcast how there are things on this podcast that you don't talk about? No.
Okay, so what this is about is that I love my other podcast more, and you see that and you feel that, and you're upset about it, and I'm okay
but
admitting
hold
that.
on,
It's-
because honestly, that's valid. Like that podcast
That
is
podcast
Ashley's
is
baby,
my baby.
and it like
That's fine. That's fine. Like love it, nurture it, cherish it.
I think
Promote
what
it.
Alayna needs to hear is just that you really love this podcast, Ashley. I think that's just maybe what she needs to hear you say.
This podcast is
Out loud.
solid. This
Okay,
podcast,
not in that way. Not in that way.
There
That
it
was
is.
worse than not saying.
There it is. There it is. Exactly. That's the problem.
I'm sorry we're not
This is what I'm
comedians.
talking
I'm
about.
sorry we're not Maddie. We'll never be Maddie.
No,
We'll never be
that's
Maddie. We're not
that's
comedians.
not what it is. That's not what it is. It's actually got nothing to do with you two.
I'm so calling my girlfriend after this and telling her how much you think I'm crazy.
Don't do that. You might get in trouble.
I'm just kidding. Get in trouble.
Why are you so obsessed with me? I don't know.
Oh my god. How are you spinning this?
I'm an artist. No, it's not you two. It has nothing to do with you two.
Okay.
I know. It's
It's
thank you.
more
That's
like
nice.
the expectation of me that sometimes this podcast breeds I don't love, if I'm going to be totally honest.
I
It's
know.
the beep boop.
I know.
It's not just the beep boop, but like I will say there are fans of this podcast who come to the shows and like are like, I love the Chosen Family, and I'm like sick, like that's awesome. But sometimes it's hard. It's hard to be the hated one.
Of
Fuck
course.
that. Who's hating?
So many people.
Yeah.
There.
If we had to say who's the
Oh,
hated
it's me all the
one,
way.
it would be
And I
Ashley.
like-
It's not saying, oh, everybody hates Ashley. It's saying if we had to
Yeah.
say who gets the most hate,
Like by
it's
a
Ashley.
landslide. And I think like what makes me have feelings about it is that I try to bring like a level of authenticity to my work that I think is like necessary for the kind of work that a comedian does, that I think on a values level does not jibe with a lot of people who like this podcast. And to me, it's just like a fundamental, I like the dark. Like, I like it. I think it's fun to explore it. Like, that will always be a huge part of who I am comedically. And I don't think acknowledging the dark in people makes people bad. I think acknowledging the dark is like how you bring awareness to, you know, like whatever you have going on. So but I know it can make people feel uncomfortable. And in this environment where you two are so good at making your audiences feel comfortable and loved and like, they get to celebrate who they are, it can be like really hard for me to see in the comments that people really don't get that I care about them as much as you guys do, but my approach is like a different way.
Yes.
I gotta be so honest.
Yes.
Like, we've been doing this long enough with the three of us together that people have heard you give this speech so many times about your sense of humor and talking about the intricacies of comedy and things that like we didn't understand, things that they probably didn't understand. By now, they should know, like, you don't need to go leave a shitty comment.
Well, and people do defend
They do
you.
now,
That's
which
the
is
other
really
thing,
sick.
I
Like,
think.
thank you guys for the people
like,
who,
I think you have built,
who do it. And I'm sorry that I'm so sensitive about it. I think the reason I'm so sensitive about it and always have been is because I'm gay. Like, I have experienced what you have experienced. If you don't think I'm here for you, like, why do you think I do this? Why do you think I do my other podcast? Why do you think I uplift all these gay and trans artists on my weekly show, on my podcast? Like, what do you think, like, I'm an evil comedian? Every gay comedian who is like successful really ignores the fact that they are gay. They work clean. They don't acknowledge it. Like, those are the gay comedians who become successful, not the ones who lean in. And I don't want to just be seen as a gay comedian, but like, I am also not the gay comedian who's going to ignore who I am. So like, sorry, this went on a little while.
Community.
But that's, Alayna, that is the underlying thing that I have about this podcast that I don't have about the other one. Especially now that all those people have left that other podcast. I don't ever scroll through there and see anything negative. Ever.
Okay, can I say, I think I have what my
But
thing
aren't we
is.
talking about prom?
Prom brings up this kind of stuff.
I don't think people want to hear this
brings up
from
some
me
deep
anymore.
stuff.
I think people are sick of me talking about it.
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think probably. Yeah, actually, I think probably Danny cut all that. Just kidding. I think I'm sitting here, I'm listening to you, and I'm trying to think, what is my, like, where does my thing come from? Like, where's my thing where I'm like, love this podcast?
I do love this podcast.
No,
This
like
podcast is
the
genuinely so funny. Like, it's so funny and fun and warm, and I love hanging out with you guys. Like, I do.
I was thinking about this, and I was like, I talk to the two of you
Probably more than anybody.
I
Like,
talk
you guys
to,
are some of my closest
like,
friends, which, like, I have been,
truly.
like, sort of afraid to say.
No way, I couldn't tell when you text me like once a week saying, hey, how you doing?
But like, Alayna, I'm not as like, Alayna, you're not as receptive to my, hey, how you doing?
Alayna, you're busy, bro. I'll
No,
text you
I'm
and
a
you'll
very
get back to me
terrible- I'm
like
a
2
terrible
days
texter.
later.
I know, I'm actually a very bad texter. Here's what I'll say. You know what? Okay, this is kind of funny. Have we talked about this already? I have come around to voice notes. I remember when we started this podcast and I
You're a
was
hater.
like, oh my God, Ashley sending a voice note, power play, da-da-da-da. We laughed at you. In the past 2 years, I
it's so
have
nice
come
to
around.
hear someone's
and-
tone.
And my point, like, I am so much more likely to respond to a voice note than to a
Yeah.
text.
You can also
Okay, I'll
listen
voice
to it
memo
while
you.
you're doing other stuff.
But I think
Yeah, exactly.
I think also
And I when I'm driving and I send a little part of it. Oh, I lost.
I'm sorry, Alayna.
Shoot, I lost my train of thought. No, it's okay.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Two. Before we, I think two things are happening for me. I think one, I have a slight insecurity about not being funny. Like I just don't think I'm necessarily funny, and you're so funny. So then sometimes I feel a little bit insecure. And I love your other podcast because I
You're
think
like
it's
one
so
of
funny.
our best guests on there. You're so funny.
Thank you. So that's, I think, one piece. And then I think the other piece is that I have this, like, I think I'm thinking of this in like a scarcity mindset kind of way where I'm like, oh my God, you're taking away from our show
This does
by,
more views.
by talking about, I know, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. I'm not
it's
saying that
totally
these things are logical.
unhelpful.
I'm just trying to work out where my
And yet the
little, where
Patreon
my
on your podcast
outburst,
is bigger.
Where did the outburst
Did you know that,
come from?
listener?
You fucking nailed it back.
Yeah,
I will say, Alayna, funny is like a skill, and there are different ways to be funny. And there are plenty of people who are like really incredibly funny in certain ways, and then you see their stand up and you're like, oh my God, you're bad at this. But
Yes, right.
and vice versa.
No, I'm a side character
No,
funny. I'm
you
fine
are,
with that.
you
Like
are
I'm a
absolutely could be main character funny, like in a trained way, but I think it's just like a different type of humor, and one is more relevant to my career than the other.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. What are we
I
doing
don't know.
Really
about?
funny, Alayna.
What did this?
Okay, it's my turn. Wait, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay, Mac, your turn.
Okay,
Wait, it
sometimes.
was really just me and Alayna.
Wait, can I go though? Like,
No,
am I
Mac, you
not
can
allowed
have
to
a
have an
turn.
insecurity? Okay. Sometimes
No, Mac, you're
on
perfect.
this podcast, I feel a little stupid.
Are you serious? Why would you feel that?
Mac.
Because sometimes I am.
Ashley, rein it in. Rein it
Okay,
in. Mac,
seriously,
sharing
Ashley,
an
what the heck?
insecurity.
What the flip? For real?
What the crud?
What the crud?
You're not stupid though.
Okay, but seriously, it's not. How do I say this?
You're graduating.
Don't you think it's
You're
that every
graduating.
single
This.
thing that we lean into? Like, it's part of our like casted roles,
Yeah.
which are not true to our actual friendship, but like mommy and daddy are always going to be like, oh, little one. It is
Okay, I
infantilization,
actually-
but it's like a part of the roles that we play on the podcast.
Yeah, I actually don't think that's a real insecurity because I think it's funny. Like, I think we're funny with it.
Right.
Damn, I only really have good
Okay,
things to
say a real one.
I've
No,
like
say
I
a real
feel like I've
insecurity,
just
find
learned
one.
a lot, and also I've got Okay,
Dig
I
deep.
know. I have
Okay.
a really hard time talking like about. I'm just not a talker. Like when me and my girlfriend talk about our day, she's explaining to me like the details of a leaf she saw when she stepped out of her car for the first time at school, and I'm like, it was good. It was a good day. She's
Yeah.
like, what did you do?
Yeah.
And just like press. I'm just not really a talker. I'm a processor.
There's two
but
types
I'm
and
not,
they choose each other.
I'm not talking about it. And it is hard to get on here and talk. That sounds so stupid to say.
No, it
but
doesn't.
It doesn't.
Like, I don't have a lot that I want to talk about that I feel like I could elaborate
Yeah.
on because I'm just not that kind
Yeah.
of gal. But I've learned doing preparation like the night before has helped a lot.
Prepping for this podcast is wild.
I really have to sit there and like, what happened that I could talk about? And, and then I
do
put
the-
little
I do the same
bullet points
thing.
below it where I'm like, I can elaborate on this. I can elaborate on this.
I have a note in my phone, but like
I just come in hot
no, Mac,
with
you do a
whatever
great
I'm
job.
feeling.
Mac, you do a great
Thanks,
job.
guys.
Oh, Mac, I really, first of all, I think you're so, like, I think you're like a genius. Like, I think you're so smart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
so
wasn't gonna
smart.
say it. But
I will say, like, you are, like, inexperienced in the world due to Missouri and your horrific parenting.
That's a really
but,
good way to put it. Inexperienced.
Like, that
is
doesn't mean
really
you're not
shitty
smart.
to say at
Like a-
25, but
Like a street.
Can you imagine
smart,
if I was
like,
from Missouri?
thing-
I'd be a fucking idiot. First of all, I would probably be in QAnon. Second of all,
Oh my god.
Right? Like,
yeah.
you're so smart. You're extra smart.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
So have we all shared our insecurities about this podcast?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, Alayna, is your main
Holy
insecurity
cow.
about this podcast that I love we're having gay sex so much? Is that your main insecurity about this?
No, I think my main insecurity is that I'm less entertaining.
No.
Like I think we've talked about this before, but I'm also okay with it. Like it's also something that I love. It's like, that's interesting. It's the thing that I both love and feel insecure about on this podcast is that I feel like my insecurity is being the least entertaining one, but I also come on here and I feel like I can just be myself. Like I don't feel like I'm putting on some sort of like I'm trying to be something. Like I feel like I'm just here hanging out with you guys and like, so it's both things.
Entertainment is not purely comedy. Like there's all kinds of entertainment. And you're providing providing the one that you're the best at, which is like thoughtfulness and I'm burping perspective.
Okay, well, you two aren't the ones that get the comments that are like, wow, Mac really brought it
Yeah,
this
those
episode.
are crazy.
Or like,
Those are crazy.
Mac
you
was
get
really
it
funny
Those are crazy.
today.
every episode.
Mac was funny
But you are really
Mac
funny.
was talking
You
so
are.
much today.
Like everyone in absolute shock.
I know.
Those are pretty. I have to
I know,
admit,
every
you
time.
do get a lot of those,
Every
and they are
week.
so backhanded.
Yeah. Every week. Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that from Mac.
You get a ton of. You might get more of that than I get of negativity. Honestly, you might get.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love it. Hey,
absolute-
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Absolutely in shock right now that Mac added something of note.
Yes.
All right, well, this was
Yeah.
an absolutely unhinged,
Wow.
horrible to edit, Danny.
What
We are
the-
so sorry episode.
Danny, thank you. We love you.
What did we eat?
You-
We just had a little bit of everything, and none of it sat well
we took
together.
a bite out
Listen,
of the muffin
listener-
basket that we sent to Danny as an apology for how bad this episode was.
Listener, the Patreon is there so that we can pay
Yes.
Danny to make this listenable. Like, the only reason you've made it this far in the episode is
Well,
because
I'm
of
proud
Danny.
of us, honestly.
Trust
I think
us.
this became an interesting episode, despite.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
made
I
it.
think people love
We
hearing
And if
found
you'd
out
like to
other
hear the
people's
end of the story about
insecurities.
my girlfriend from the 8th grade, you can go to my other podcast. We're having
No, I
gay
think-
sex.
I just want to hear it myself. I want to hear it. I want you to tell us.
59, 60 minutes in.
Yeah, we can't do it now.
Oh,
can
I
we?
forgot I left and came back. I was like, I'm at 43. Okay. Bye.
No, yeah, you. Patreon.com/chosenfamily.
You're a bitch if you don't do it.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac and Jimmy. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Zoe Applebaum. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Bellum.
Forever